1 month ago, I flew to Orfield Laboratories to beat the world record in the world's quietest room. And this room's quiet. Too quiet. No, for real though, the room is really quiet and it kinda started to drive me crazy. But, because I beat the world record, my wife let me kiss her forehead and the side of her face. So this is me with a trophy proving that I beat the world record in the world's quietest room. And if I'm being honest, ever since I beat the world record, people haven't been treating me the same. Even my own wife treats me with more respect. Don't believe me? Watch this. Watch this. Hey babe, come here. Got a question for you. It's for my video. Okay. Would you want to go make me a sandwich?
Nope. Go make yourself a sandwich.
Okay, to be fair, my wife wasn't that impressed. But my personal ego is growing, and I was no longer content with just one world record. If I could have the world's quietest room, could I have the world's loudest?
Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4.
Once again, I have to give proper credit to Ryan Trahan for discovering this room and holding the current world record.
I lasted 3 minutes and 37 seconds in here. I am going to a doctor.
So what makes this the world's loudest room? What exactly makes this room any louder than any normal room? This is my normal room. I can yell and it can get pretty loud, but most of the sound is either bouncing around all over the place or escaping. That'll work. The world's quietest room is made up of 4 walls, a ceiling and floor that are entirely sound absorbent, so it has literally no reverb. The loudest room, however, well, here's what Dr. Orfield, the inventor of the room, has to say about it.
This is called a reverberation chamber, and reverberation chambers are 100% reflective. So where the anechoic chamber is 100% absorbent, the reverb chamber is exactly the opposite.
So there's all of these sound panels that just bounce the sound.
These are to break up the sound, so the sound is fully bouncing without them, but this diffuses them more to create smaller pieces of sound because it's fracturing the wavelengths.
Gotcha. I don't know why I said gotcha because I didn't understand a single word he just said. But I do know that this room has a steel door and all of these strange metal spaceship-like things hanging from the ceiling and metal floors, metal walls, and another metal wall. That all in all just make the room super, super loud. Here's a comparison between the world's loudest and quietest room. On top of all that, I filmed this video on the exact same day of the world's quietest room, immediately after the world's quietest room. I just changed shirts.
Alright. Okay, so I just spent a lot of time in the quiet room.
Right.
The world's quietest room. So I feel like I'm desensitized to sound. And right in front of us is what you could argue is the world's loudest room. How would you explain this room?
This is called a reverberation chamber.
I'm joking, we don't have to hear that again. Let's just get to it.
We're in the world's loudest room!
So I didn't plan for this to happen at all, but the speakers that we were using were kind of broken and kept making this agonizing screeching noise that literally almost made me deaf. I advise you, if you're wearing headphones, turn it down.
Check 2.
So I tried to ignore it, thinking maybe the camera wasn't picking the sound up and moving on, but obviously that wasn't happening. I apologize, but don't worry, we do fix it, but it's kind of funny looking back on it now.
Check 1, check 2. Oh. I was told to play some classical music, but man, y'all can hear that ringing. Okay, my name's Labrant. I'm going to attempt to break the world record for the time spent here listening to classical music.
I don't really get it, I don't make the rules, but supposedly classical music drives you totally crazy in here. That's what Ryan Trahan did.
And the reason for it is because chamber music is so precise, so delicate, that the reverb room reflects each note and distorts it so much that the music eventually just becomes an awful, never-ending screeching noise.
Screeching noise, you don't say. Alright, let's break this world record.
My name is Labrant, and I am attempting to break the record for time spent in the world's loudest room! Very echoey. It's called a reverberation chamber where all the noise...
This is how echoey the room really is if I did not have a mic on.
Back to me. I just spent an hour in the anechoic chamber, so my ears are desensitized.
After about 30 seconds, I wasn't hearing any screeching noises, the music was loud and annoying, but I totally thought I could break this world record. But then the classical music beat dropped, and it wasn't good. The hardest part about classical music beat drops is they go on for a long time, and they honestly only get worse. And I honestly thought they were being dramatic about the loud screeching noise, but 2 minutes in, I started to hear it.
Oh no. This is bad.
And the worst part was, I couldn't even tell if the screeching noise was a side effect of the world's loudest room or just my speakers being broken.
Oh, the longer it goes, the more you get a headache. Oh.
But once I realized I was 3 minutes in, there was no turning back now. Okay, my speakers were definitely broken. It was at this moment that I realized I broke the record. Woohoo!
We did it. We did it. Sounds normal once again.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. It's very loud in that room. Have you ever been in there?
Oh, no, never.
No?
Yes.
Yeah, all the time.
I work here.
All right, Steve. Thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Peace.
You want to say anything to the YouTube people?
I hope you have a good time with this.
There you go. I like that. Any advice for the young kids out there?
Yeah, just do crazy things more often.
I like that.
The feeling of walking out of that building was really strange. I had just spent an hour in the world's quietest room, and just beat the world record in the world's loudest. But that's not why it felt strange.
It's snowing.
It doesn't snow where I live, so it just felt a little colder than usual. Now it's time to head home and get some forehead and side face kisses from my sweet, sweet wife. But first, I got a fake nap in these leaves. Subscribe!